I have been analyzing the latest developments, and I am completely reeling from the sheer audacity of what just went down between Hayley Hamilton and the formidable matriarch of the Dupree family, Anita. We all knew that Hayley was a scheming, manipulative gold digger, but the cornered rat energy she just displayed takes her villainy to an entirely new, terrifying level. Hayley has officially been backed into a corner, and her reaction is going to send catastrophic shockwaves through the entire canvas of the show. Let us set the stage for this monumental confrontation. Anita Dupree, who has just miraculously beaten breast cancer and is finally trying to enjoy her life with Vernon, somehow catches wind of a highly suspicious clandestine meeting between Hayley and her shady cousin, Randy Parker. Now, Anita is no fool. She has always possessed a razor-sharp intuition, and she knows that whenever Hayley is whispering in dark corners with Randy, something sinister is brewing. Anita, acting as the fierce protector of her family and, ironically, trying to look out for her former son-in-law, Bill Hamilton, attempts to confront Hayley. Anita is fully prepared to march right over to Bill and expose the fact that his current wife is sneaking around with a known criminal associate of Joey Armstrong. But Hayley, desperate and terrified that her master plan to slowly poison Bill for his $10 million life insurance policy is about to be exposed, plays her ultimate trump card. And, oh my goodness, what a devastating card it is. Hayley looks Anita dead in the eye and unleashes a nuclear threat. If Anita breathes a single word to Bill about her meetings with Randy, Hayley will publicly expose the shocking truth that Dani Dupree and Bill had passionate, frantic sex in the elevator during the country club tornado. When I saw this unfold, my jaw literally hit the floor. The sheer venom in Hayley's voice was... We have to remember how Hayley even possesses this radioactive information. A while back, Dani and Bill had a massive, heated argument at the club where Dani was furiously trying to establish boundaries and process her immense guilt over the affair. Hayley and Randy were sitting nearby, completely undetected, and overheard every single sordid detail. Hayley has been sitting on this ticking time bomb for weeks, just waiting for the perfect moment to detonate it. And now, to save her own skin and protect her murderous plot, she has weaponized Dani's infidelity against the very heart of the Dupree family. The psychological impact this has on Anita is absolutely heartbreaking to witness. I could see the visceral shock, the utter disbelief, and the crushing disappointment wash over Anita's face. She is a woman of immense pride and dignity. She raised her daughters to be strong, independent women. For Anita to suddenly learn that her beloved daughter Dani, who is happily married to one of the most decent men in Fairmont Crest, Andre Richardson, would make such a catastrophic, reckless, and frankly stupid mistake with her toxic ex-husband is a massive blow. Anita is completely paralyzed by this revelation. So this makes me wonder, how long can a woman like Anita Dupree truly stay silent? Anita is furious. She's boiling with a maternal rage that could easily scorch the earth. But she is entirely handcuffed by her fierce love for Dani. She knows that if she exposes Hayley's shady meetings with Randy, Hayley will not hesitate to destroy Dani's life. Andre is a good, pure-hearted man who has already been dealing with severe anxiety and paranoia regarding that mysterious bottle of champagne he received. If Andre finds out that his wife slept with her ex-husband while he was terrified for her safety during a natural disaster, it will completely shatter him. Their marriage would be over in a heartbeat. Anita knows this, and so she is forced to swallow her pride, bite her tongue, and let Hayley walk away with a smug, victorious smirk. I absolutely despise Hayley for doing that. It is one thing to be a gold digger, but it is another to hold a mother hostage with her daughter's darkest secret. But we also have to hold Dani accountable here. I am so incredibly frustrated with Dani. Why on earth would she allow herself to fall back into Bill's manipulative trap, even for a fleeting moment of panic-induced adrenaline in a dark elevator? Dani has spent years trying to rid herself of Bill's toxic gaslight. She found a safe haven in Andre, and now because of one moment of monumental weakness, she has inadvertently provided her worst enemy with the exact ammunition needed to destroy her life. Anita's silent disappointment in Dani is palpable, And honestly, I feel the exact same way. Dani should have known better. But that's not all. We have to look at the massive, terrifying ripple effects of Anita's forced silence. By keeping her mouth shut to protect Dani's marriage, Anita is unknowingly allowing Hayley to continue her lethal plot against Bill. We all know that Hayley has been slipping poison into Bill's green smoothies, masking his deteriorating health as stress or a series of mini strokes. That even Dr. Madison Montgomery has been fooled by. Bill is currently stumbling around, experiencing severe hand tremors, and feeling utterly exhausted. He has absolutely no idea that the woman he shares a bed with is actively trying to murder him. And the tragic irony is that Anita, who could potentially unravel this entire thread by exposing Hayley and Randy's connection, is forced to stand by and watch Bill deteriorate just to keep Dani's secrets. This complex web of blackmail and deceit brings me to Randy Parker. Randy is currently playing one of the most dangerous games I have ever seen on this show. He is helping Hayley plot a murder while simultaneously working as a henchman for the ruthless casino boss, Joey Armstrong. Joey is already highly suspicious of Randy's loyalties, especially since Joey ordered Randy to keep tabs on Deanna McBride. Randy is deeply conflicted because Doug McBride was his best friend and he genuinely cares for Deanna. With Randy's attention divided, he is getting sloppy. The fact that Anita was even able to catch him meeting with Hayley proves that his cover is cracking. My theory is that Randy is going to be the ultimate weak link that brings this entire house of cards crashing down. Joey Armstrong is not a man who tolerates betrayal. If Joey finds out that Randy is moonlighting as an accomplice to murder for his cousin Hayley, Joey might just eliminate Randy himself. I can easily see a scenario where Randy, feeling the intense heat from both Joey and the police investigation led by Jacob Hawthorne, decides to flip. What if Randy panics and tries to blackmail Hayley for a larger cut of the insurance money? Or what if Randy, burdened by his conscience and Mona Wilson's constant preaching about finding God, decides to confess everything to Bill before the poison finally takes its fatal toll? Let us explore the multiple possibilities for Hayley's ultimate fate, because a villain this wicked cannot possibly win in the end. The first possibility is that her poisoning plot is finally discovered by the medical staff at Garland Memorial. If Madison runs a comprehensive toxicology screen instead of just looking for stroke markers, she will find the toxin. Hayley would be immediately arrested for attempted murder, and she would undoubtedly scream Dani's secret from the back of the police cruiser just to cause maximum collateral damage. The second possibility is far more fatal. What if Hayley crosses the wrong person? If her schemes somehow interfere with Joey Armstrong's underground plasma ring or his casino operations, Joey will not hesitate to have her permanently silenced. Joey is a master of making people disappear. If Hayley threatens his ecosystem, she might just end up at the bottom of the Fairmont Crest list. The third possibility, and perhaps the most agonizing for us viewers, is that Hayley actually succeeds. She manages to induce a fatal heart attack in Bill, collects the $10 million, and skips town, leaving Dani to live with the agonizing guilt that her secret elevator hookup is the reason her mother couldn't save her ex-husband's life. Can you imagine the psychological torture Dani would endure? She would have to look at her daughters, Naomi and Chelsea, knowing that she indirectly allowed their father to be murdered to protect her own marriage. And we cannot forget about Andre in all of this. Andre is already on edge. He has been haunted by that anonymous bottle of 2018 Louis Broussard champagne and the cryptic note he received. He is paranoid, distracted, and deeply insecure about Dani's lingering feelings for Bill. He has noticed Dani acting strangely, but he mistakenly attributes it to PTSD from the tornado. When the truth finally comes out, and in soap operas, the truth always comes out, Andre's reaction is going to be exposed. Will he forgive Dani? I highly doubt it. Andre is a man who values honesty and loyalty above all else. Finding out that his wife slept with her ex-husband and that her mother covered it up while being blackmailed by a murderer is going to break his heart into a million irreparable pieces. I am rooting for Andre, and it pains me to know that a devastating heartbreak is hurtling toward him like a freight train. So this makes me wonder about Anita's next move. Anita is a Dupree. The Duprees do not simply roll over and accept defeat. Yes, she is currently silenced by Hayley's blackmail, but Anita is a master strategist. She might not be able to confront Bill directly, but she can certainly pull strings from the shadows. I strongly suspect that Anita is going to quietly hire someone to investigate Hayley and Ray. She could easily reach out to her son-in-law Smitty, who is an incredible investigative journalist, or even Jacob Hawthorne to start digging into Randy's background without revealing why. Anita will want to find leverage of her own. She needs to find something so damning on Hayley that it neutralizes the threat against Dani. It is going to be a high stakes game of chess between two incredibly determined women. And honestly, my money is on Anita. The emotional toll this is taking on Anita cannot be overstated. She just went through grueling radiation therapy. She is trying to focus on the Dupree Heritage Foundation and finding joy in her survival. To have this toxic, suffocating secret thrust upon her is incredibly unfair. You can see the heavy burden in her eyes every time she looks at Dani now. The dynamic between mother and daughter has fundamentally shifted. Anita loves Dani, but the sheer disappointment is a chasm between them. Dani is completely oblivious to the fact that her mother knows her darkest secret. The tension at the upcoming Dupree family dinners is going to be thick enough to cut with a knife. Every time Dani smiles at Andre, Anita is going to feel a sickening knot in her stomach, knowing that the entire marriage is built on a fragile, ticking foundation. As we look ahead, the suspense is absolutely killing me. Will Bill realize that his wife is the architect of his physical demise before his heart gives out? Will Dani break down and confess her sins to Andre before Hayley gets the chance to weaponize them publicly? And how far will Anita go to protect the Dupree family name and her daughter's happiness? The writers are weaving an incredibly intricate, dark, and fascinating tapestry of betrayal, blackmail. I cannot wait to see who makes the next move in this deadly game. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think Anita will find a way to outsmart Hayley? Or is Dani's marriage to Andre officially doomed? Keep watching, keep theorizing, and I will be right here to break down every single shocking twist with you. Until next time, stay safe and keep your secrets close.